What's up, guys? This is your girl Coco, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Kiki with Coco. If you are new to the show, just to give you a little background about my show, is it's just my friends come on the show and we kiki about whatever the topic of the show is. Um, Basically, it it can range from life discussions, relationships discussions, but you will hear a lot about relationships. But like I said, it's just basically life in general. And today I have with me one of my friends from college, and she also does my hair when I'm in Chicago. So, Tiff, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Wilson. It's been open for a year now. I specialize in natural hair, healthy hair. I'm really good at braids and silk presses. I can do a lot of anything except for short hair, but we always have other stylists in the salon that's available to do that as well. So I've known Coco for oh God, I don't know how many years, but since freshman year of college. So
And this is
I've been doing.
if you listen to the maybe I think it was episode 10 with Chaz, this is the girl Tiffany that we was talking about we were friends with in college.
Yes, and I did everybody's hair in college. So didn't
Yes.
have a didn't have a clue that I wanted to be a stylist. I was going to college for something completely different. What did I want to be? A chiropractor. I wanted to be a chiropractor.
Sure.
Just
Oh
look at
yeah, she
that.
was doing some type of
Yes.
science type of background
Yes,
degree.
yes. But me and organic chemistry, we wasn't working out. So when that wasn't working out, I just knew this ain't for me.
I used to say I wanted to be a doctor, but then I wanted to be a pediatrician. But
Mhm.
my freshman year in high school, when I took biology and I failed, yeah, I knew it wasn't for me.
I
You
mean,
come
it
to
happens like
the
that.
huh?
I said, and it happens like that. You got to go through situations or experiences. You got to experience life to know what's for you and what's not.
Right. So I know besides doing hair, you also are into real estate.
Anybody that is a hairstylist or interested in doing hair, I think that you should have um, some type of trade, something else other than doing hair, because your hands are not going to work forever. They just not. Especially with me doing braids, sometimes my hands hurt. Sometimes my back hurts. Sometimes I just get tired of standing up all day. So you got to think about things like that in the long term aspect. Not going to be able to do it your whole life. So you want something else that you could fall back on. So I got into real estate because my boyfriend actually does real estate investment. Um, I felt like it would be a great opportunity for me to jump in, to help him to find properties, to sell his properties. It just went hand in hand. It made sense. It is
So you got your
going,
license for real estate too, or
I do. So you do have to have a license to even um, like use MLS. That's like the listing system. Out here willy nilly without a license and uh, you know, working on behalf of somebody selling and buying properties. I got licensed in, when did I get my license? I got my license in uh, January. January. I took a 90-hour class, and
You say you took a what?
it was a 90-hour class,
Okay.
and I did a like 2 weeks advanced class. You can
Mhm.
do you have other options where you can take night classes or morning classes or Saturdays only. But since I have my own salon, I make my own schedule for work. That was something I was able to do. Take off 2 weeks and just go straight 8 hours a day. So I
Mhm.
finished that, and I had to take a state licensing test
Mm.
exam, 350 questions,
Mm.
and I took that in.
Was they all multiple choice, girl?
They were multiple choice. Yes,
Okay.
yes, multiple choice.
Mhm.
Whew, Lord, thank God for that. Um, but I took that maybe 4 days later, and I
Mhm.
passed it on my first try. Goodness, I was so excited that I passed it on my first try because,
I know you was, girl.
man, when I tell you I was studying like crazy, I was really, really, really persistent with studying and praying and just, being real, just focusing on that and just putting hair to the side for a minute.
Yeah.
I went in, took that, got that done with. I have some friends who have said they've taken that multiple times. I have a friend who has said that he took it 7 times before he passed it. So I was
And you
like,
gotta pay for this test every time you take it, correct?
you gotta pay for it every time you take it. So it's like, okay, this ain't no joke. You need to be ready. The night before, I did not sleep. I was drinking coffee. I don't even drink coffee. Caffeine messes with my stomach, but I was doing everything I could to get all of the information in because I'm more of a crammer.
Yeah. Same.
I like to cram. I can cram some stuff in, and I
Mhm.
can memorize it. So
Mhm. Same.
it worked out. I got that, and that was in November. I passed. It takes a while to get your license. I think they gave my license. It was January. I had started January, I believe. I
You say you
started
started when?
the end of January. I want to say I started like listing and going ahead and putting in offers and things.
Mhm.
I've listed a couple of rentals. I've listed a few properties for sale. I have not closed on a property yet. The thing that is kind of slowing things down right now is COVID-19. So that kind of like threw a little monkey wrench in the game. Like it kind of slowed me down, but I'm still pushing. I still got people that's referring people on my behalf. So I really appreciate everybody who refers me for anything, for hair and for real estate.
So if y'all in the Chicago area and y'all are looking for to buy a property or whatever, keep your girl Tiff in mind, when you ready.
Please do.
Cause
Please do.
you gotta what is it?
Cool.
You got a website, not a website, Instagram for the real estate too, right?
I do. Don't ask me what it is. No, I'm lying. I can look at it while I'm on here. I have three
Don't worry
pages.
about it. We friends, so I figure it out and I post it in the description.
Okay, good. I run 3 pages for my personal, um, for the salon itself, and for real estate.
Yeah,
It was hard just running my own personal page. So
girl, I
for
know.
me to, girl, adding on 2 more pages, I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I get you the info.
I
I
just
got
want y'all to know, like, Tiff crazy. She do not got it all, but that is what made the friendship so fun with her, cause she just so sporadic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? As you get older, I'm like, it's sporadic good, but you know what? That's just me. I done came to that
Yeah.
conclusion. I just need to be an organized, sporadic person. But yeah, I'm gonna get it together.
I think
Get it together.
I think as we get older, we should definitely embrace the quirks because
Definitely.
that's just what make us, you know.
It's, I'm learning that. That's
Mhm.
I'm definitely learning that. You can fine tune a certain things that
Mhm.
you need to fine tune, but little stuff like being sporadic, that ain't never hurt nobody.
Right.
If it ain't hurting nobody, it should be good.
Exactly. And I mean, it's been working for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you on your salon now, so I'm super happy for you about that. Cause the last few times that I was able to go home and get my hair done by Tiff, she was in the barber shop. So,
Yes.
you know, it was plenty of dudes up in there like
Yes.
on some
Yes.
hound shit.
Yes. 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 Yes.
But they was cool people, but I'm sure that the salon is much more women friendly, women
Yes.
positive.
Yes. Yes. It was I can't ever talk bad about that barbershop. Because I needed that. I needed to be there
Mhm.
to, like I said, experience is gonna teach you some stuff. I
Right.
knew that by being there, I knew what I wanted in my salon, what I did not want. Um, so it helped out, and it was a good time in that salon. But
It
it was,
was. It would be lit up in there for sure.
yes, it was a good time. But it it came more important um to focus on the needs of my clients. So I had a lot of clients that was not comfortable in
Yeah.
that atmosphere. So, had to change up some stuff and then put it the way I wanted, and it's all working out. I love my
Mhm.
salon now. It's a little
Yeah.
girly salon. It feels like home. Everybody is comfortable when they come in there. We provide snacks. We provide wine on Wednesdays. We have wine down Wednesdays.
Okay, wind down Wednesday.
Yes, and we have mimosas on Saturdays because I do silk press Saturdays. So
Mhm.
we have mimosas for the clients. So it's nice. It's real nice. I missed it.
Mhm.
Jesus, it's been a month exactly.
Yeah. That is so how is so I know like a lot of major companies are like they might be closing their doors, when everything open back up. But
Hmm.
how is it being a small business owner and still being able to like pay your rent and stuff like that?
Um, I guess you kind of prepare yourself for something like this. Well, you should prepare yourself for something like this.
Mhm.
At least being able to um, pay your rent.
Yeah.
So the what sets me apart from other small businesses is that I have people that work in there that just pay a booth rent. So
Yeah.
it's not I'm not paying them um, a salary. I'm not paying them hourly or anything like that. To
Mhm.
where when I reopen, I'm worried about if they're gonna come back or not. You know,
Right.
they're gonna come back to work when we open back up. We're all ready to get back to work because being there is how we make money.
Right.
Um, but as far as not having any income to be able to pay for, just to keep the business in that building is
Mhm.
something that you just have to prepare for. And luckily, I, I'm I'm all right. I'm okay. In real
Oh.
estate, that's where real estate come in again. That kind of help you
Mhm.
too with those
Okay.
bills. And yeah, so I don't think I got hit like most businesses that have employees that depend on them.
Right. Okay. Okay.
My
Okay.
salon, they don't depend on me to make money.
Yeah.
They like their own bosses in there.
Mhm.
They just come. That's just a place for them to work.
Yeah. So I know that I know the services that you offer. Is there anything like special that the shop offers?
Um, I have a esthetician there who
Ooh.
does facials.
Mhm.
She does waxing and she does lashes,
Okay.
pink
Okay.
lashes. Yes.
Mhm.
Um, I have another stylist. She does short hair. So I was saying I can't do short hair. She
Mhm.
does short hair. She also does micro links. That's
Okay.
something no one else in the shop offers. And then there's another stylist that does. Um, she specializes in lace front wigs, closures,
Mhm.
um, more so on the extension side.
Okay.
And then I have another stylist. She does a lot of the same thing that I usually do. She does
Mhm.
braids, she does natural hair, but she also does sew-ins and she makes wigs too. So she do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So it's a good mixture of services in there.
Mhm. Okay. So y'all heard what all services that she offers. So if you want to know more, make sure y'all follow her page. I'm gonna add the information in the show description. And like I said, Tiff been doing my hair since college before she even had a license. You
Yes,
know what I'm
yes.
saying? So I trust her. So we do not have a hot couple this week or any celebrity news. Felt wait for so as far as celebrity news go, did you watch the Teddy Riley and Babyface or whatever?
You know what? I started watching it, but I got embarrassed for Teddy. So I couldn't finish watching it. I could not finish watching it to save my life because I was embarrassed for him. Like, why did you put on this whole production like this? Oh
And
my
didn't know
God.
if that shit worked.
Then none of it worked. And Babyface was just sitting there as cool as he wanted to be. And I was just like, you know what? I'm embarrassed for him. I can't watch this. I literally just logged right on off of there. And the internet is undefeated because
Boy, they went in.
instantly,
Yes.
instantly, instantly,
I'ma
as
just
soon
throw in the
as
towel now.
yes, as soon as you logged in, I mean, they have made full skits and everything. Like, how do y'all have the time?
Girl,
Well,
that's
I
what I
guess you
be
got the
saying. I be
time now.
like, y'all got too much time on y'all hands.
Too much. Now it is one that my boyfriend just sent me. Um, is it Lala Milan? Is
Yeah,
that her
yeah.
name?
Uh-huh.
Girl, please,
I'ma have to
please,
go
please.
look. So I didn't watch the thing, but it's supposed to be a redo tonight, I think.
Yeah, it is. I'm joining in.
I pray Imma have to be up tonight and I pay for it in the morning. But
Oh goodness.
I I have to watch this and I hope Teddy do not come with all his shit. I want him to just play his song, just play the song. That's all we want.
Okay. So I'm assuming his doorbell rang. Did his doorbell ring? Because
Girl, I don't know.
everybody keep adding that part into their skit with their doorbell.
Is that the one when he turned around and kind of looking like?
Yes. So yeah, I hope he got it together this time. It's a learning experience. He had to learn from that.
Right.
Music. Why did you? He had a whole hype man.
Right. Like my thing is we just trying to hit y'all tracks back to back to be like, oh yeah, that's
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, was you gonna perform every song you ever wrote?
man. He
That's
was.
what I was
I
confused about. Like, what is all of this for?
maybe he was really just trying to give everybody a show. I don't know. I just feel bad for him. I feel sorry for him. Yeah.
I would definitely feel. I feel like in order for him to make a comeback, like even if they do their little relaunch or whatever, like he gonna have to do something amazing, like produce Beyonce next whole album or something,
What?
for for this to not be a thing no more.
Girl. Girl. I'm not sure.
And we know he ain't
People.
get his hands on Beyonce, so he might never live this down.
I'm like, girl. You don't need him.
Huh?
You don't need him.
Yeah,
Need him.
this
Mm-mm.
his time may have come and gone.
Yeah, he was just. That's what happened when you do too much.
Hmm. Everybody like we see what happened to Black Street.
Tuh. He was over there.
Yeah, he was in the group.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking about,
Mm.
girl. Disregard Black Street.
Ain't that their name, Black Street?
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought you said Back Street. That's all like he over there. Ew. Yeah, this is
Girl,
the randomness you talking about.
right.
Like, why would
But
I think you said Back Street? Okay.
I don't know, girl. But that's you, girl. Where you going to?
You hit my feet.
Yeah.
Um, disregard that too.
She apparently can't sit still either, y'all.
Just disregard that. That's me cleaning up at the same time.
Mm.
Yes, moving around, cleaning up at the same time.
Um,
Sorry.
you good. All right, so that is going to wrap it up for the celebrity news. I forgot all about that. And now we're going to move into the hot cup of cocoa this week. And I know because a lot of us sitting in the house, like either we teleworking or whatever the case may be with us sitting in the house, we don't have a lot of things to do. Like I want to do more than just, Netflix it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was now, mind you, I'm still Netflixing, but I'm also trying to find other things, to keep me occupied and possibly learn how to do things. And so I am about to learn how to do my nails. I just got my first set of gel polish that came in. I am natural, so as far as my hair go, I do the bare minimums. But I thought it would be a good episode to talk about um just some um some little hair things that everybody should be able to do. And
Mm-hmm.
so when I asked Tiff if she would do the show, like I was telling her, giving her some talking points or whatever. But for everything I was asking, I'm asking for other people, but people is me. So I figure everybody else could try and learn something at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are some good hairstyles for people who can't do hair?
Um. hmm. I'm I'm really a hairstylist that really does not believe in my clients playing in their hair. But since we are in these trying times and you really can't make it to the
Cause sis,
salon,
no, I show up to the shop, hair ain't been combed in who know how long.
man, um, geez, I would say so. This was my first idea, and this is just something that I do myself. It ain't the cutest either, so I know everybody trying to. This might not be the cute response that you looking for.
Nah, I wasn't looking for no cute response because most time I don't do nothing cute because I can't do nothing, so it's fine with me.
Okay. So it all depends. Well, it doesn't depend on your hair type. Two braids, anybody can do that. So I'm
Like
big
French
on
braid,
like
cornrow,
two French braids.
like
Part it
just
down the
hang
middle,
down.
or you can pin it up in the back and lay your edges. So that's what I usually do. I part my hair down the middle, or you can get fancy with it and part it on the side, make one side bigger than the other. However you want to do it, braid it back, and then you could pin the back so you won't be looking like a kid. You could pin it up with some hairpins in the back. And then, make your baby hairs cute. Lay your baby hairs, tie a scarf around it, and, you know, be free, be natural. People understand under these circumstances what's going on.
You know what? That's
Um,
what I might do to my hair tonight because I gotta go to work tomorrow. So you
I
know,
mean, it's cute to me. It's cute
I
to
mean, I
me.
like it. I do it.
If you can't French braid, you could do a twist like that too. So you do a two-strand twist um, to the back of your hair. You can do that. That's a little bit easier. You're working with two strands of hair versus trying to braid with three strands of hair.
Now I do
Um,
know how to. I semi know how to braid
okay.
cornrow. Oh, semi. Real
Mhm.
like I can make it look presentable. Like you say, calm down,
Mhm.
brush down the little edges real good because I ain't got no baby hairs, but brush down the edges kind of real good, make it look cute. But yeah.
I think that's most important is to how your baby hair is laid
Mhm.
because I look at a lot of. I really love hair. I love looking at hair on the internet. When I see you, the first thing I notice on you is your hair. Like, I love hair. One of the things I noticed is a lot of celebrities, they have bad hairstylists. Um, like when I look at some of their braid styles, they really be bad. But because usually the celebrity is cute, they done laid their edges down cute, it's acceptable. I mean,
Mhm.
if you ain't the best braider, it's okay. Just make it look like something. Don't
Mhm.
just be walking around all willy nilly. Like a ponytail, that would be that would be the last on the list to do because if you wear your hair in a ponytail constantly, it begins to break, especially with the ponytail holders that most people use. I recommend one of those, like a satin scrunchie. So
It
you
sound so not like the little the
not
it's
like
I guess
the
it's like rubber band with the cloth on it.
yeah, not them. Because they break off your hair too. You ever pull one of them off your hair and see you
Mhm.
got hair wrapped around in it? Yeah, so that'll break off your hair too. If you're gonna put your hair in a ponytail, don't use a rubber band. I do it myself sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm a hairstylist, so I feel like I could just do bad stuff to my hair because I know how to get it back right. I know
Tiffany
what.
one of them people that roll out the bed and be like, I'm here.
I'm getting better with that too. I'm getting better with that because I'm realizing that people don't take it as that. Like I really don't put too much into my looks.
Mhm.
I know who I am. I know I'm beautiful inside and out type of.
Tiff
That's the type
Tiff
of.
is a cute girl, y'all. She too cute.
That's
So
the type of person
she
I
can
am.
get away. She can get away with it.
I done got away with it on many occasions. I mean, but I'm trying to get better. If I have a salon, I at least want to look like, okay, I own a salon.
Yeah.
I can't be rolling out the bed no more. Um, so I really try to do something to my hair now. Um, but I do bad stuff to it occasionally because I know where I go wrong and I know how to fix it. Most people can't fix their breakage and all that. They have to go to a hairstylist. So don't use rubber bands. Don't use the regular cloth scrunchies, and really don't do too many ponytails because
So do they sell them little silk scrunchies you talking about
in the store,
at the beauty supply store?
at the beauty supply store, at Walgreens, Target, they got them. They cost a little bit more, but everything that costs a little bit more is really worth it.
True.
So, yeah, it costs a little bit more, but it is worth the money if you're gonna be putting your hair in a ponytail. Um, reason I say braid it, put it in two braids, is to keep your ends from splitting. So really, you want to protect your ends at all times, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So we always talk about um, hair growth, but we neglect maintaining the hair that we have. So that's why you might see somebody. I give a good example of somebody who has colored their hair and then they start to experience new growth. So they see all this new growth that they have compared to the color that they have, and they like it ain't adding up. Like my hair done grew out this much because I got all this new growth, but the
Mm-hmm.
length is still the same, and it's because you're not maintaining your length. Your hair
Yeah.
is growing, but you're not maintaining the length you already have. So, I always say for people to protect their ends because that usually is where breakage comes in. So,
Yeah.
I'm in Chicago. The weather is cold. It's windy. Your ends take a hit on that. So if you're wearing your hair down, it get dry. The air dried out, breaking
Mm-hmm.
from being so cold. That's where breakage comes in. If you don't take care of it with getting trims, then those split ends just keep rising up higher
Yeah.
and higher.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where all that breakage comes in. So it's always good to have braids. That's why people always say protect the style, protect the style. It's because you're putting the ends up and
Mm-hmm.
you taking all of that hazardous stuff to your hair away by putting it up. Um, so braids is always good. Sew ins are always good. If you do wear a ponytail, put it in a ball so your ends are tucked in. But do it
Mm-hmm.
with the silk, but do it with the silk scrunchie.
Okay, I'm gonna have
Um,
to give me some of them because I have
yeah,
my hair in the bun all the time.
your ends are the most important thing. If your hair is growing, you want to save your ends. Also, when you blow drying, if you blow drying your hair, if anybody is planning on blow drying their hair because you can't get it done, you want to try to straighten it yourself. Then when you blow drying it, that's another important part. Um, you want to section it off. You really want to be intentional when you blow drying your hair. Don't be just taking your whole head and just combing and raking the brush through it and combing through it with the blow dryer. No, that's gonna cause the breakage. You section it off in four parts, and then when you blow dry, you want to blow dry more of the roots than the ends because once again, the ends are gonna dry quicker than the roots will. And you notice
Mm-hmm.
when you blow dry, your roots are always still uh, heavily damp, and the ends start to dry first. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
constantly taking that same heat and you applying it to your roots all the way down to your ends, then what you doing? You heat damaging your ends because them ends done dried.
Mm-hmm.
and you just keep putting heat all over it over and over again. So that's another thing. Go through, blow dry more of the roots first, and then once you get the roots dry, then you comb it all the way out to your ends, and that'll kind of help on just burning your hair out.
That is good to know. That is good to know. Okay. So, what are some of your go-to products?
mm, I'm not big on a lot of products, so excuse me if I'm not that helpful on this part. I'm um, I'm big on your hair makes its own natural oils.
Mhm.
So, like if I press out anyone's hair, I usually don't put anything in it but Silk Elements heat protector.
Mhm.
I do a heat protector. I spray it right after shampoo
Mhm.
while your hair is damp, right before you blow dry it. I spray, spread it around, give it a few sprays, not too close, because Silk Elements has a heat protector that's it's like infused with olive oil, I believe.
Okay.
So it has a little oil texture to it. So you don't want to spray too much on it and weigh your hair down. Spray
Mhm.
some of that on, blow dry your hair, and that's really all I use. If you
Mhm.
want to spray it a little bit more before you add any heat from straightening, then you can do that as well. But that's it. That's all I add. I don't add any other products. You don't need all that in your hair for to straighten it out. But if you're gonna twist up your hair or whatever, I'm really big on jojoba oil.
Mhm.
That
I was
Jojoba. Am
about
I
to say,
saying
and
it
if
right?
y'all don't know,
Yes.
Jojoba. Mhm.
Yes. And get the 100% jojoba oil. You could get that from any health food store. So you get it from Whole Foods, or they got it at GNC or Sunrise, or whatever your local Whole Food store is. You can get it from there. Um, and that's like a really good hair moisturizer. It's really really good. And I just um, fell upon that. I was looking for something to put in my hair one
Mhm.
day, and it was all I had at home. And I started using it, and I noticed how much softer my hair was and how much healthier and moisturized it felt. So I've been using it ever since. It works good. It probably cost about mm, maybe about $12 to $15 a bottle. Not a big bottle either. It might be like an 8 ounce size bottle, but it
Mhm.
goes a long way. You can spray
Yeah.
that in your hair when you're doing a twist out, or if you're putting the two braids in your hair, if you're putting your ponytail in your hair. I sprayed it on my braids when I had my braids, my knotless braids in my hair. I was using it, so it works really good.
Mhm.
So I recommend that. And edge control. That's like everyday essential for me. Edge control. So I use Shine and Jam, and
Shining.
yes, it's by Ampro,
Mhm.
and it's called Shea Edges, and it's in a little like copper bottle.
I'm gonna have to. So if y'all follow me on social media, I'm gonna post these products on my page so that y'all will know what to look for.
I love it. It's alcohol free, paraben free. A lot of edge controls leave um a like a
Residue.
residue behind, or
Mhm.
they might be too greasy sometimes. This one is like just right there, right in between. Like it don't leave a residue. It give you a little shine, but it ain't greasy. It actually lays your edges down, but it softens it as well. So I like it. That's my go-to. So those are the three main things as
Okay.
far as hair products.
Okay. So my next question, it's a big one for me because I know I don't do it probably as much as I should. But how often should people be washing their hair?
I know you feel like I'm gonna give you like you should be washing every 2 weeks. No, different strokes for different folks.
Okay, I'm
Honestly,
here for it.
truly and honestly, you do not have to have like, oh, I'm gonna wash my hair every week type of thing, unless you need to. Like, I have to wash my hair every week because I have psoriasis. But if
Mm,
I did not have psoriasis, I probably would not wash my hair every week. Some
mm-hmm.
people have to wash their hair every week because they have their scalp just don't smell good. Wash your hair every week. But if your hair grows better under conditions where you do not have to wash your hair as often, go as long as a month without washing your hair. If you can make it like that, then go ahead. If it's not if your hair not out here stinking or it's nasty with all type of crumbs and yuck
Ooh.
in it, and you know what I'm saying, like if you
Mm-hmm.
can rock your press out for 2 weeks and then after that you just wear a little slick ponytail or put it in two braids and it just worked for you, then you can do that. It's like I say, it's different strokes for different folks. Now, past a month, if you ain't got to sew in or braids in or something like that, okay, there's no reason. Just wash it in a month. Just wash it at
So
that point.
I'm definitely one of those people that don't wash my hair that often.
Mhm.
Um, and I know this girl I used to get my hair done from in Hawaii. She was like, the reason my hair grew so much is because I did low manipulation to it. Um, and people ask me all the time, like, what do you do to grow your hair? Or what do you use on your twist out? And for real, like for a long time, I would only use water and coconut oil when I did
Mhm.
my twist out. And people be like, mine don't look like that. And it's just one of those things like I'm not big on a whole bunch of products because I don't know a lot about a lot. So when it come to hair, so I really just do
Mhm.
the bare minimum. As far as like getting my ends clipped, I do get my ends clipped maybe like once or twice a year. But
Mhm.
um whenever I do get them trimmed, like the person doing my hair is always just like, your ends ain't bad at all. And that's because I'm not doing all these things to my hair where they need to be
Mhm.
trimmed every couple months or however often
Right.
will trim it. But if you do know you one of those people that need your ends trimmed, like do that because that's what
Mhm.
help your hair grow. But I know personally I'm not one of those people that have to.
Yeah. Yep. You have to get your ends trimmed. Um, I always say 6 to 10 weeks. You should get
Hmm.
your ends trimmed. But like you said, that's if you are doing a lot to your hair. If you are constantly wearing your hair out, more than likely you're gonna need to get your ends trimmed. But if your hair is always put up, you always got it balled up, you always got it braided up, sewn up, you probably don't need your ends trimmed that much at all. So if you're gonna
Hmm.
wear it down, if you're somebody that's gonna get your hair pressed all the time, that's something that you should be considering getting your ends trimmed every 6 to 10 weeks. You shouldn't be one of those people that's just trying to hold on for dear life to those little straggly thin ends. Oh my God, I cannot stand when, because even though I'm the stylist and I recommend for you to get a trim or whatever else, sometimes people can say, no, not this time. I don't want it done. That's your choice. You have a choice. But just know that it makes a big difference in the style. It makes a big difference in how the finished product is gonna look when you step outside, as well as how long it's gonna last. You always want to get your ends trimmed. It makes it looks better, and it's better for your hair to grow and maintain your length.
Mhm. So, would you recommend that people trim their own ends?
um. Okay. So I just recently trimmed my own ends, and I did a horrible job. So if I do hair, and I did a horrible job in my own head, don't you try to do it. Like, braid that hair up so that them ends won't be splitting any more than they have. Braid it up until you are able to go and get it trimmed by somebody professionally. Do
Mhm.
not try to trim your own hair. Okay? It just ain't never right. It's never right.
Now that's one thing I will say. Well, I ain't never played with the scissors in my head, so me trimming my ends is a no. Like my ends will probably be raggedy, and I'll be like, I just wait until I can get to somebody because I'm like, it'll just be my luck. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna trim a look. And then when you think about it, it's probably not conducive because your hair length varies throughout your head. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? So it's not like you like, oh, I just cut a little off here, a
Mm-mm.
little off here, and then I should be fine. I'm afraid, like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I get in the chair, and then they be like, ooh, girl, we gotta cut like X
Some
amount off,
more. Yes.
some more off because your hair is like choppy or it's, you know, just not right.
Asymmetrical. You got all type of different stuff going on in your
Yeah.
head. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's currently me.
So for me, I will say like when I had a perm, like I would do anything to my own hair. Like I definitely I've only given myself a perm like maybe once or twice in my life, but
Hmm.
and I was probably just in dire need and unable to get to a hairdresser. I know I did one when I was in basic training. Towards the end of basic training, I gave myself a perm, and it works out for me. But it is not. I don't like. I never like doing a lot of stuff to my own head. But if I had to, I would. Like I used to color my own hair, and now I just be like. Now that I'm natural, like I take a lot more care in how I handle my hair. So if I want to do anything extra, I'm like, I'm going to the salon. Like right now, the last time I got my hair colored was in 2018 and Tiff did it, and I have not put no color in it yet. Like my color is grown now. It's just on the ends, but I'm just like I'd rather just wait until I can get to somebody to get my hair colored.
Hmm.
Because I think because at one point I was blow drying my hair myself just to put it in a more manageable state, and
Hmm.
my ends got so straight,
Hmm.
like I ended up having to cut those ends
Yep.
off, and like my hair was halfway down my back, and I think I ended up with a shoulder length haircut after I
Yep.
did it. So after that experience, I'm very much like I'll just do the bare minimums and do when I can get to the shop, but I'm not one of those people that's gonna be doing a whole bunch of stuff because I'm just afraid.
Girl, that's that blow drying. Well, now
Mhm.
you know. Now you know how to do it from the
Right.
roots to the end.
Because I
That's what
was just
happened.
taking all the hair and just, raking through it or whatever.
That's the way we go wrong.
Uh-huh.
It's easier. I mean, it's quicker, easier, but it's more damaging.
Yeah, that is for sure. So, yeah, it's just like I feel like during this time, like I know we want to look cute, of course, but to me, I promise you, when I'm sitting in the house, I don't care how raggedy I look. I do what I can if I'm going to go out the house. I do know how to semi cornrow, so if I do want to throw on a wig, I can get my hair flat, to put my wig on. But all in all, I'm just gonna pray that wig don't
Exactly.
slide off. Don't nobody pull it off. The wind don't blow it off because I'm gonna be in.
I mean, truly and honestly, like, even if you at home with your man and you trying to be cute, like, look, he needs to just understand that this ain't the time. You know how I look before this lockdown took place. So accept me as I am right now. That's just how I gotta be. You ain't gonna all of the advice I have for hair, it ain't gonna be the prettiest. And it ain't gonna be what they used to seeing. They just
I'm
gonna have
okay
to
with that.
understand. They just
And
gonna have to understand.
honestly, whoever my man is, like, he just need to know that he just need to know, like, when I'm up in this house, I may look a little raggedy, but when I go out the house, I put some effort into my looks.
Okay. And
Look,
you
you heard.
know sometimes. But you know how I look on a good day. So there you go.
Yeah.
That should just be that. You know how I look on a good day. So just accept me when I'm having bad days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you see that? Girl, I'm probably gonna have to send it to you, but somebody has sent me this video. It's like a whole little animated skit or whatever about this girl wearing makeup, and her and the
Oh
boyfriend
my
just move
God.
in with each other,
Yes.
and she making breakfast, and he like, "Ooh, my girl making breakfast, whatever. My girl can cook." And then she turned around and he like, "Bae, it's a stranger in the house. Call the police."
Yes. Yes. I saw it. But you know what? It had such a good ending. I like the ending.
Yeah, I
But
did too. He was taking
because
up for his girl.
he
He
was
was
taken
like,
up. He was
"Yep,
like, that's that. All right then. Okay. Don't talk about my girl.
yeah." He had to get used to it. It had to
Yeah.
register, but
That was cute. I liked it. I was like, oh,
yeah, it was
this a
cute.
cute ending.
Mhm. But yeah, like, I just feel like during these times, I don't think we should be doing too much to our hair. I think we should, like she said, braid it up, or especially because
Mhm.
we just in the house.
Mhm.
Like, you may have to go out the house to, like, go to the grocery store or something. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's one of those things, like, I had no problem with throwing on a hat and going on about my day. Now, if I have to go to work, because I have regulations to follow, I do have to look presentable. So on
Mhm.
those days when I'm going to work, I'm either wearing my hair twisted or it's in a bun. Lately, it kind of just been out because I'm just like, I'm only in here like 2 or 3 days out the week, so I really don't care. But tomorrow I'm gonna have to figure out because I gotta go to work tomorrow. So tonight I'm gonna try and do something, but my ends are going to be in, for
Put
the
them
most part.
ends in. Yes.
Mhm.
Put them two braids up and
Exactly.
post it.
Mhm. And just make your edges. If you got baby hairs, make the baby hairs look nice. And you'll be all right.
You will be all right. If you ain't
Mm,
got no baby hairs, you'll find a way.
Cause I ain't got no baby hairs, so I just make sure I get a good swoop,
Yes, there you
a
go.
swoop in there or something. Cause I ain't got no baby hair.
You got a dope.
Yeah, I got a doe hairs.
Yeah. That's
It's like I got little hairs, but it ain't enough to be making these edges y'all be making. So, I'm not even going to embarrass myself like that.
that's what did you call that? That's hmm those good hair problems to have. Them adult hairs. That's good hair problems.
Is it?
Hmm
What make them good hair problems?
I mean, because if I ain't got no baby hairs, that's fine. I
Mm,
they not bald,
yeah.
they long, so that's a good problem. Now, if you saying you ain't got no baby hairs because they bald, then that's the problem.
Oh no, I still got edges, y'all. So I don't have that problem. I can make a few swoops in it or whatever.
Hmm
But I think it's important for us to understand good hair care. because
Yes, it's very important. Um, because we get into trends, doing
mm-hmm.
trendy stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of times it don't even be healthy. Everybody just infatuated with looking good. I want this style. This cute. I seen what's the name with this, but is it really healthy for your hair? Everything ain't for everybody's hair. Some
Mm-hmm.
people have thinner hair that cannot take certain styles. Some people
Mm-hmm.
hair is too thick to be putting in certain styles. Like everybody hair is different. So you go
Mm-hmm.
to somebody who go tell you, okay, you shouldn't get this. I don't want to put this in your hair. People get mad when you tell them what to do with their hair. But then if I do what you asked for and I know it ain't good for your hair, and then you ain't got no hair, I'm to blame. So if you don't like your stylist telling you and it cannot do to your hair, I'm probably not the stylist for it.
So I remember one time. So I ain't never had one of those. I want to say it was like an angled bob or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to want one of those so bad. But the girl that I went to, she was telling me that I'm assuming the way my hair grew or something that it
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be right for me to do this angle bob.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it for what it was, and then some people was like, "She just don't know what she doing. She just don't know what she doing." But then
Mm-hmm.
I think back on it, and maybe it was just one of those things like she knew for whatever kind of hair I had that maybe cutting it like that, maybe the front, I don't know,
I
but
don't know.
I don't know, but maybe
Not
she.
with your hair, I don't know. Because you have enough hair.
Mm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe I just don't got enough hair in the front.
Mm-mm.
Even though I have thick hair, I was just like maybe
Mm-hmm.
it ain't gonna lay right or something. Maybe that's why she's saying it.
And
I
that could have been a
tested it
thing too.
and I didn't
Mm-hmm.
press it. It was just like, oh, okay. Because honestly, I'd rather not do something because even if the case came down to she didn't know what she was doing, I would
Mm-hmm.
prefer her not to cut my hair and I'd be looking crazy afterwards because she trying to
Yep.
appease me.
Yep. 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 So it whatever her reason for not doing it.
I can appreciate her
uh,
not doing it.
she knew it wasn't gonna be right. Just mm-mm.
Right,
Either I can't do it or it ain't meant for your hair. It just ain't gonna be right. Period.
right.
We're not doing it. So
How
yeah.
it ain't gonna be right in the end. So we just not gonna do that. And I'm okay with that.
But people who don't know you and gonna tell you that they could do this and that to your hair and ain't seen your hair, you gotta watch out for them.
Mhm.
You really do.
Yeah. That's why when I first started going to people, I do just simple things. Yeah, I just want a silk press and that's
Mm-hmm.
it. Cuz I feel
Mm-hmm.
like as a hairstylist, you should be able to do a silk press and you know what I'm saying? And then I see how you handle my hair. And then I
Mm-hmm.
okay, we could start venturing out.
You should be able to do a silk press. Some people be greased out. Some people be burning you out.
Yeah, now I don't like for my press out to be like greasy. I like for it to be like flowing, like the wind
Mm-hmm.
blow and
Mm-hmm.
the hair blow through the wind blow through the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't like my straight my when I get my hair straightened, I don't like for it to be weighted down. Cause then it just look like
You did it in the kitchen. That's exactly what it looked like. You did it in the kitchen.
exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that is going to wrap it up for the hot cup of cocoa this week, Tiff. I appreciate you coming on the show, giving us some tips on how to maintain healthy hair during these times and not being rushed
Anytime.
to the salon. Again, I'll put her information in the show description, her Instagram information for both her salon and her real estate business. And she is bomb at doing braids. So if
Thank
y'all
you.
yes. So if y'all want, some knotless braids, she do 'em. You want some cornrows, whatever they be doing. Tribal braids, whatever, she got you.
Mhm.
She be on it. Um, the real estate page, if you're in the market to buy a home, hit her up and she can, take you. If the place is empty, she can take you on a tour during these times. Make sure to maintain your 6 feet, wear your mask. Um, Also, if y'all need masks, my other homegirl Lala is selling masks, so I'll be sure to put that information in the show description as well.
Okay.
And she's also donating masks to people who aren't able to get masks or different communities. But you'll have the option on her website to donate if you want to donate. But just be careful during these times. Take care of your hair. If you are unable to avoid contact with people, try and keep your 6 feet distance. If you can't, wear a mask. And again, as always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Stay tuned for next weekend. And I mean next weekend for the next episode. Bye.
All right. Bye. Thanks for having me.
Yes, girl.